Have you ever attended a wedding ceremony, gorgeously dressed, ready for the occasion, the music, the dancing, and you got there and they are serving food. And when it's almost your turn, you just heard that food has finished or the drink has finished. Ha! It can be so heartbreaking. Don't go anywhere. That's what we'll be discussing today. Hi everyone, welcome again to this channel where I share with you Bible stories, parables, principles, characters, and lessons. To my returning subscribers, welcome back. And if you're coming across this channel for the first time, you're welcome. So before I go into today's story, the real gist, let me tell you about wedding ceremony, at least from where I come from. Wedding ceremony comes with a lot of preparations. You have to think about the guests, the invitation, who are you going to invite, the venue that you're going to use, getting the drinks and the food, the preparation of these meals, the music. Sometimes you'll have DJ and you still have MC, to coordinate the event. You will have a special table where you put your special guest. You will have like a chairman of the occasion, groomsmen, bridesmaids, in fact, friends and families, all gorgeously dressed, sometimes wearing the same kind of outfit. We call it Hashoebi. And music is playing, some are dancing, you are meeting a lot of people, you're greeting people here and there. It could be so much fun when it comes to wedding. And today, I will be sharing with you a wedding ceremony that happened in Cana of Galilee that Jesus attended. So stay with me. Story. So there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and Jesus was invited to the wedding along with his disciples. Jesus' mother too was at the wedding. And the party, the ceremony was going on. Everybody was having fun, enjoying themselves. And suddenly, the wine finished. Like they ran out of wine. And Jesus' mother came to him to come and tell him that they don't have wine. And Jesus was like, "Woman, what has that got to do with me? Why are you involving me? My hour has not yet come." But Jesus' mother went to go and meet the servants, and she told them that whatever he tells you to do it. And at the venue, there were 6 stone jars of water that were right there. And Jesus told the servant to fill the jars with water. Each of the jars could contain like 20 to 30 gallons of water. So he told them to fill them with water. And this servant went and they filled the jars to the brim. And when they had finished, Jesus told them to draw out some and take it to the master of the ceremony. And when they took it to the master of the ceremony and he tasted it, he called the bridegroom. He didn't know what had happened, that it was water that has been turned into wine. But the servants that were there, they knew. So he called the bridegroom and he told him that people will normally serve their best wine at the beginning of the ceremony. And when it's now getting to the end of the event, they will now serve their poor wine. But you have reserved your best wine until now. And that was the first miracle that Jesus performed to manifest his glory. And after this had happened, even his disciples, they believed him. And that brings us to the end of the story. So now we'll go to the lessons. But before I do that, have you subscribed to this channel? Hit the subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up so that this video will be suggested to many people and they also can benefit. Also, if any part of this story resonates with you, you've learned anything, you've gained an insight, or there's a revelation, kindly drop them in the comment section so that I and others will be able to go there and learn as well. So let's go into the lessons for today. And the first lesson from today's story is to you parents. Parents, how much of your children do you know? Do you know their gifts, their skills, their talents, their abilities? And are you helping them to nurture it, to grow it? Do you even believe in them? Or you think nothing good can come out of them? In today's story, Jesus' mother believed in Jesus, that he could perform a miracle, that he could help them out when they ran out of wine. That was why she came to meet him. And even when Jesus said, "My time has not yet come," because sometimes our children can be shy and they don't even know what they are capable of. But as parents, we are supposed to help them nurture their gifts. We are supposed to believe in them and help them to grow to what God has made them to be. Jesus' mother still told the servants, "Do whatever he tells you to do." That shows great faith and belief in her son. The second lesson from today's story is that we should always involve Jesus in whatever we are doing. Even though Jesus was invited to the wedding, just as some of us have invited Jesus into our lives, but we should still involve him in every situation, whether big or small, that we face. You can imagine in that situation, they will have had to go to the town to go and get more wine. The money they will need people to go and get the wine, the time it will take them to go and to come back. By the time they will come back, people might have dispersed, the party might have finished. What an embarrassing experience it will have been for the couples, especially for those people that did not get to drink at the event before they left. But because Jesus was involved, the solution was right there at the venue of the party, and Jesus turned water into wine. So always ensure to involve Jesus in every situation, whether big or seemingly small. Involve Jesus. And the last lesson that struck me from today's story were the servants at that venue. You know, when Jesus told them to go and fill the water jars, these servants filled the water to the brim. If they have filled the water halfway, they will have gotten half jars of wine. But these servants were diligent. Even though they were not the groom nor the organizers of the event, they didn't say it's not our party. They gave it their best and they filled the water to the brim. So they were part of the success story of the first miracle that Jesus performed, where he manifested his glory. And also their total belief in Jesus Christ when he told them to take the wine to the governor of the occasion. They didn't say this is water and not wine. They had absolute faith in Jesus. So wherever you are and whoever you are working for, at whatever level of life you find yourself, whether you are working under someone, you are an employee, always give it your best, because there is always a reward and a glory at the end of everything we do. And that brings us to the end of today's stories and lessons. Until I come your way again, bye.